How in the world does a fast food chicken restaurant run out of fried chicken sandwiches?
You think you know which fast food chicken sandwich reigns supreme, but after taste testing every major chain's offering, I discovered some shocking truths that will change your ordering habits forever. Let's start at the bottom with the sandwiches that should be avoided at all costs. Then work our way up to the ones that prove fast food chicken can actually be done right. Number 15. Burger King. Chicken? Worst. Burger King's chicken was supposed to be their answer to Popeyes and Chick-fil-A, but it's actually a masterclass in how to ruin perfectly good chicken. The breading looks impressive in photos, but in reality, it's a soggy, flavorless mess that falls off the chicken before you finish the sandwich. The chicken breast itself is often dry and overcooked, with a rubbery texture that suggests it's been sitting under heat lamps for hours. One former Burger King employee revealed, "We'd cook batches of chicken in the morning and keep them warm all day. By dinner time, they were like chicken jerky." The brioche bun sounds premium, but it's actually a standard bun with extra sugar that becomes soggy within minutes of assembly. The mayo is applied hours before serving, creating a wet, unappetizing mess that makes the bottom bun disintegrate. At $7.99 for the sandwich alone, you're paying premium prices for what amounts to cafeteria-quality chicken on a soggy bun. The spicy version adds insult to injury with a sauce that tastes like ketchup mixed with hot sauce powder. Number 14. Subway chicken and bacon ranch melt. Subway's attempt at a chicken sandwich is everything wrong with processed food in one disappointing package. The chicken arrives pre-cooked and frozen, then reheated in the same toaster that handles everything else on their menu. The result is chicken that tastes like it was boiled, then dried out, then reheated until it achieved the texture of cardboard. One former Subway employee said, "The chicken strips would sit in warming trays for hours. Sometimes they'd get so dry we'd spray them with water to make them look fresh." The bread, while toasted, can't save this disaster. The ranch dressing is artificial and overpowering, clearly designed to mask the lack of flavor in the chicken. The bacon is pre-cooked and often chewy, adding nothing but extra sodium to an already problematic sandwich. For a sandwich that costs nearly as much as options from dedicated chicken chains, Subway's offering is an insult to both chicken and sandwiches. Number 13. Arby's Crispy Chicken Sandwich. Arby's markets itself as having the meats, but their chicken sandwich proves that quantity doesn't equal quality. The breading is thick and greasy, absorbing oil like a sponge and creating a coating that's more about texture than flavor. The chicken inside is often dry and stringy, suggesting it's been frozen and thawed multiple times before preparation. The seasoning is minimal, relying entirely on the breading and sauce to provide any taste. The bun is standard fast food fare, soft to the point of mushiness and unable to hold up to the greasy chicken and sauce. By the time you're halfway through the sandwich, you're essentially eating chicken soup with bread chunks. One customer described it perfectly. "It's like they took leftover chicken, covered it in wet breadcrumbs, and hoped for the best." Number 12. Taco Bell Crispy Chicken Sandwich. Taco Bell's attempt to jump on the chicken sandwich trend resulted in this bizarre hybrid that satisfies no one. It's not quite a sandwich, not quite a taco, and definitely not good. The chicken is the same processed strips used in their other menu items, which means it's more breading than meat. The sandwich is served in a folded flatbread that becomes soggy immediately upon contact with the sauce. The chipotle sauce is overpowering and artificial, clearly designed to mask the poor quality of the chicken. The lettuce is often wilted, and the cheese is the same processed stuff used throughout their menu. At $2.49, it's cheap, but you get what you pay for. This feels like a menu item created by committee, rather than anyone who actually cares about food. Number 11. White Castle Chicken Slider. White Castle's chicken slider suffers from the same problems as their beef sliders, but somehow worse. The chicken patty is thin, processed, and cooked on the same grill as everything else, absorbing flavors from onions and beef. The bun is tiny and steamed, creating a soggy mess that falls apart before you finish eating. The chicken itself has an odd texture, not quite crispy, not quite tender, but something artificially in between. One former employee revealed, "The chicken patties came frozen in boxes and were basically chicken paste formed into patty shapes. We'd steam them on the grill with the burgers, so everything tasted the same." While cheap at $1.50 each, you need to eat several to feel satisfied, making the total cost comparable to better options elsewhere. Number 10. Jack in the Box Chicken Sandwich. Jack in the Box's basic chicken sandwich is aggressively mediocre in every possible way. The chicken is clearly frozen and reheated, with a texture that suggests it's been through multiple freeze-thaw cycles. The breading is thin and often soggy, providing no crunch or flavor enhancement. The mayo is applied too heavily, making the already soft bun even soggier. The lettuce is often wilted and brown around the edges. What makes this sandwich particularly disappointing is that Jack in the Box has shown they can do better with other menu items. This feels like they gave up before they started. At $4.99, it's overpriced for what amounts to a gas station quality sandwich with fast food markup. Number 9. Sonic Crispy Chicken Sandwich. Sonic's chicken sandwich looks promising in their commercials, but the reality is far less appetizing. The chicken is often overcooked and dry, with breading that's more grease than crunch. The real problem is consistency. Some locations serve decent sandwiches while others deliver disasters. The quality varies so wildly that ordering feels like gambling with your lunch money. The bun is standard fast food fare, and the toppings are often sparse and low quality. The mayo is artificial tasting, and the pickles are clearly from a jar that's been opened too long. One customer review summed it up perfectly. Sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's terrible, but it's never actually good. Number 8. McDonald's McCrispy. McDonald's entry into the premium chicken sandwich market feels like too little, too late. The McCrispy has decent breading when fresh, but it loses its crunch quickly and becomes soggy. The chicken breast is usually juicy, which is more than can be said for many competitors, but the seasoning is minimal and forgettable. The bun is better than their standard offerings, but still can't compete with dedicated chicken chains. The real issue is value. At $5.99, you're paying premium prices for what feels like a slightly upgraded version of their basic chicken sandwich. The spicy version adds some heat, but no additional flavor complexity. It's not terrible, but it's not memorable either. McDonald's seems to have aimed for good enough and hit their target exactly. Number 7. Wendy's Spicy Chicken Sandwich. Wendy's Spicy Chicken Sandwich has been around forever, and it shows. The recipe feels dated compared to newer offerings from competitors, but it still has its merits. The chicken is usually fresh and juicy, and the spicy coating provides decent heat without being overwhelming. The bun holds up reasonably well, and the toppings are fresh when the location cares about quality. The main problems are inconsistency and lack of innovation. Some locations serve excellent sandwiches while others phone it in completely. The sandwich hasn't evolved much over the years, making it feel stale compared to newer options. At $4.99, it's reasonably priced, but you can do better for the same money elsewhere. Number 6. KFC Chicken Sandwich. KFC's chicken sandwich benefits from their expertise with fried chicken, but it's held back by typical KFC inconsistency issues. When fresh, the chicken has the same 11 herbs and spices that made them famous, creating a flavorful experience. The breading is usually crispy and well-seasoned, and the chicken stays juicy if it hasn't been sitting around. The brioche bun is a nice touch that elevates the overall experience. The problem is that KFC's quality control is notoriously inconsistent. You might get an amazing sandwich one day and a dry, overcooked disaster the next. The key is timing your visit when the chicken is fresh from the fryer. The spicy version adds a nice kick without overwhelming the chicken flavor, making it the better choice if you can handle the heat. Number 5. Culver's Crispy Chicken Sandwich. Culver's brings their commitment to quality to their chicken sandwich, and it shows. The chicken is hand-breaded and cooked to order, ensuring freshness and proper texture. The breading has good crunch and flavor, and the chicken inside is consistently juicy and well-seasoned. The bun is a potato roll that holds up well and adds a slight sweetness that complements the chicken. The toppings are fresh and high quality, with crisp lettuce and ripe tomatoes. The mayo is applied in the right amount, enough to add moisture without making things soggy. At $6.49, it's reasonably priced for the quality you receive. The main drawback is availability, as Culver's has limited geographic reach compared to national chains. Number 4. Shake Shack. Chicken Shack. Shake Shack's Chicken Shack proves that their commitment to quality extends beyond burgers. The chicken is antibiotic-free and hand-breaded, creating a sandwich that feels more like restaurant quality than fast food. The breading is perfectly seasoned and maintains its crunch throughout the eating experience. The chicken is consistently juicy and flavorful, with a clean taste that lets you appreciate the quality of the meat. The potato bun is excellent, soft but sturdy, with a slight sweetness that enhances rather than competes with the chicken. The lettuce and pickles are fresh and crisp, adding textural contrast. The main downside is price. At $8.99, it's expensive for fast food, but the quality justifies the cost if you're looking for a premium experience. Number 3. Raising Cane's Chicken Sandwich. Raising Cane's Chicken Sandwich is essentially their famous tenders in sandwich form, and that's exactly what makes it great. The chicken is always fresh, never frozen, and cooked to perfection. The breading is light and crispy, allowing the chicken flavor to shine through. The seasoning is simple but effective, focusing on enhancing rather than masking the natural chicken taste. The Texas toast bun is a standout feature. Thick, buttery, and sturdy enough to handle the juicy chicken without falling apart. The Cane's sauce adds a tangy element that complements the chicken perfectly. At $6.99, it's well priced for the quality. The only drawback is limited customization options, but when the base product is this good, you don't need many variations. Number 2. Popeyes Chicken Sandwich. The sandwich that started the chicken sandwich wars deserves its reputation. Popeyes' chicken sandwich features a perfectly seasoned, crispy breaded chicken breast that's juicy and flavorful. The Louisiana-style seasoning sets it apart from competitors, providing a unique flavor profile that's both familiar and distinctive. The breading stays crispy even as you eat, and the chicken inside is consistently tender and well cooked. The brioche bun is buttery and holds up well to the juicy chicken and sauce. The pickles add the perfect acidic contrast, and the mayo provides richness without overwhelming the other flavors. The spicy version elevates the sandwich even further, adding heat that complements rather than competes with the seasoning. At $4.99, it's an excellent value for the quality provided. The only reason it's not number 1 is availability and wait times. The sandwich's popularity often means long lines and occasional sellouts. Number 1. Chick-fil-A Chicken Sandwich, Best. Chick-fil-A's original chicken sandwich remains the gold standard for fast food chicken sandwiches, and for good reason. The chicken is hand-breaded and pressure-cooked, creating a unique texture that's both crispy and incredibly juicy. The seasoning is subtle but perfect, enhancing the natural chicken flavor without overwhelming it. The breading maintains its crunch throughout the eating experience, and the chicken inside is consistently tender and flavorful. The bun is a toasted buttered bun that's simple but effective, providing structure without competing with the chicken. The pickles are the perfect complement, adding acidity and crunch that enhances every bite. What sets Chick-fil-A apart is consistency. Whether you're in California or Georgia, the sandwich tastes the same every time. The quality control is exceptional, and the preparation methods ensure that each sandwich meets their high standards. The spicy version adds a perfect amount of heat without masking the chicken flavor, making it an excellent alternative for those who want some kick. The deluxe version with lettuce and tomato provides additional freshness and texture. At $4.35, it's reasonably priced for the quality, and the service is consistently fast and friendly. The only downside is the company's limited Sunday hours, but that's a small price to pay for this level of quality. Former employees consistently praise the training and food safety protocols, which explains why the quality remains so consistent across thousands of locations. One former manager said, "We were trained to never serve chicken that wasn't perfect. If it didn't meet standards, we made it again." The ordering strategy. Now that you know the rankings, here's how to maximize your chicken sandwich experience. Stick to the specialists. Chains that focus on chicken generally do it better than those trying to do everything. Ask about freshness. Don't be afraid to ask when the chicken was cooked, especially at lower-ranked chains. Avoid peak hours at inconsistent chains. quality often suffers when kitchens are rushed. Try the spicy versions. They're often better seasoned and more flavorful than the regular options. Don't judge by price alone. Some expensive sandwiches are worth it, while some cheap ones are false economy. The bottom line: the chicken sandwich wars have been a blessing for consumers, forcing chains to up their game and compete on quality rather than just price. The best sandwiches prove that fast food can deliver restaurant-quality experiences when companies prioritize ingredients and preparation methods. The worst sandwiches show what happens when chains prioritize cost-cutting over quality, serving processed chicken with artificial flavors and hoping customers won't notice the difference. The clear winners are the chains that specialize in chicken and have built their reputations on doing one thing exceptionally well. Chick-fil-A, Popeyes, and Raising Cane's didn't become successful by accident. They focused on perfecting their chicken preparation, and it shows in every bite. The losers are the chains that treat chicken sandwiches as afterthoughts, using the same processed ingredients and shortcuts they apply to the rest of their menu. These sandwiches feel like missed opportunities, especially when better options are available at similar price points. Your chicken sandwich choice says something about your standards. Are you willing to accept processed mediocrity because it's convenient? Or do you seek out quality even if it means driving a little further or waiting a little longer? The best chicken sandwiches are worth seeking out. They remind you why this food became so popular in the first place. When done right, a chicken sandwich is comfort food at its finest, combining crispy textures, juicy meat, and complementary flavors in perfect harmony. If this ranking helped you navigate the chicken sandwich landscape, hit that like button and subscribe for more fast food truth. Share this with someone who's still ordering from the bottom of this list. Because life's too short for bad chicken sandwiches, and now you know where to find the good ones. Remember, the best sandwich isn't always the most expensive or the most advertised. It's the one made with care, quality ingredients, and respect for what a great chicken sandwich should be.